Hello and welcome to the introductory video for the management theme in the Mechanical Engineering programme. My name's Dr. Richard Wills and I'm going to give you a short overview of this theme. So, what is engineering management? Well, in the context of your mechanical engineering degree, it's looking at applying your specialist engineering knowledge into the business environment. So you'll be looking at taking projects from their initial conception all the way through to completion. You'll work on managing people, processes and finances and how to get the best outcome from any particular scenario and project. You'll also look at risk management, and here we're not just talking about health and safety risks, we're talking about project risks in general. So what are the factors that could impact or negatively affect the successful outcome of your project? In essence, it's about becoming a professional engineer. So if you look at the UK spec for professional engineering competence, and this is released by the Engineering Council for the UK, you can see that these skills in terms of developing staff, interpersonal communication skills, and the application of knowledge to deliver products and services are all key aspects of your journey to becoming a fully fledged professional engineer. So now we've looked at the general idea behind engineering management, let's have a look at some of the specific module pathways that you can choose on this theme. The first 2 years of the programme are common to those of the other themes as well. However, there are some key modules that will set you on your way to parts 3 and parts 4, where you take some more specialist management modules. In the first year, one of the key modules will be SESM 1016, Mechanical Systems Analysis. In the first part of this module, you'll learn the context for professional engineering within a mechanical engineering environment and start to develop the key skills you'll require, including reflective practice. The second part of the module will start to bring in skills concerning the application of engineering analysis to practical mechanical systems. In year 2, you'll study FEEG 2006 Engineering Management and Law, and here the emphasis is put upon introducing managerial knowledge and skills required to apply effective management techniques to engineering projects. It's putting your engineering skills within the context of a business environment. Moving into year 3, you'll start to develop your specialisation a little bit more, and you'll be able to take modules such as accounting and finance for engineers. You'll also join other mechanical engineers in engineering design with management and manufacturing and materials. As well as that, there's the individual project, which is a large part of this year, and I'll say a little bit more about that in terms of the engineering management theme shortly. Heading into the final year of the MEng programme, you'll have options for additional specialisation such as strategic management and project risk management, where you'll be looking at how to undertake projects from a managerial perspective. You'll also have the option to do materials manufacturing supply chain management and the group design project. Now, the group design project is one of the cornerstones of the year, and again I'll say a little bit more about that in just a few moments. Firstly, let's have a look at the individual project and how that relates to the management theme. On the screen at the moment are a selection of projects that we've run over the past few years. They include Concorde, the Channel Tunnel, the Rolls-Royce RB211 engine, electricity generation, distribution and storage, along with the UK space programme. Now, with Concorde and the Channel Tunnel, you've got two complex projects from an engineering perspective, but also two projects that include a geopolitical aspect of the UK and France working together. In addition to that, you've got the social aspects of physically linking two countries with a tunnel, or how you accommodate the sonic boom when flying over residential areas. With the Rolls-Royce RB211 engine, one of the technical innovations that was being introduced during its development was the inclusion or the use of a composite material called high fill in place of titanium as the structural material for the turbine blades. Whilst this gave a thrust improvement for the engine, it also introduced a failure mechanism because the high fill wasn't as stable or strong at high RPMs as as the traditional titanium. Now, this led to significant cost and time overruns for the project, which ultimately led to the nationalisation of Rolls-Royce. Looking at those decision-making processes from both the technical and also the managerial perspective gives some insights on how to better run projects to overcome technical issues, but also the financial and management issues in a more timely fashion. Moving on to the UK space programme called Black Knight, this gives an opportunity to investigate complex engineering programmes and the external geopolitical pressure that they can be put under, and why sometimes projects are taken forward and others are curtailed or cancelled. Finally, looking at the energy mix for the UK, and we've run projects on how to identify the correct mix of energies, but also what other pressures come into play when deciding which technologies to take forward and which not to. This can include either financial costs in terms of raw materials or fuels, ongoing service life costs, the political and social aspects of, for example, using nuclear versus coal versus renewable, but also looking at the environmental aspects and how do you assess environmental aspects. Is it through pure carbon counting, or do you take into account full cycle life analysis of the technologies? Now going back to the group design project for the 4th year. Now this is a large triple module in terms of credits. You'll be integrated within a team, and there's an aspect of the project is looking at the administration, organisation and budget controlled. How do you put into practice the skills that you've learned in the previous years into your own case study, your own engineering project? Moving away from the formal taught aspects of the programme for a moment, there are also other activities that you can get involved with on the management theme. One of these is the Undergraduate Business Challenge, which is an external competition that is run each year. In this competition, there is a simulated business environment and a number of scenarios that you work through trying to build your business and effectively make it more successful than the teams around you. Over the last 4 years, teams from the faculty have reached the semi-finals or finals. So this is a really good opportunity to test the core skills that you're learning on the management theme in a simulated business environment. Lastly, either at the end of the degree, heading off into employment, or as part of the industrial placement year, you may well be working with industry. Here's just a range of some of the companies that have looked for engineering management based students. I'd like to finish with a bit of a quote from the Engineering Council. Engineering activity can have impacts on the environment, on commerce, on society and on individuals. Graduates therefore need the skills to manage their activities and to be aware of the various legal and ethical constraints under which they are expected to operate. Now this sort of is what underpins the management theme. Okay, by the end of your programme, you should be able to place your engineering knowledge into a business context. So, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it's answered some of the questions you may have had on the engineering management theme. If you do have any further questions or just want to find out a little bit more about what this theme entails, please do feel free to get in contact with me, Richard Wills, on the email address shown on the screen now.